dolls, welcome back to my channel, The Real Bride of Chucky. Today I'm going to be doing the Get to Know Me tag, and basically it's a 25 questions and answers tag that I found on the internet. And I know that I said I might do a vlog about Dayton's art event that happened on Saturday, but we kind of got there a little late and there wasn't really that much to show. And it was really super gloomy that day anyway, so I decided not to do that. So I'm just gonna do this and post that. But I'm just gonna get right onto it, and hopefully you get to know me a little bit better. If you have any other questions, please leave them down below and I will answer them for you. And then pick your favorite question that I answered and answer it so I can get to know you better too. Okay. And then sorry if I'm looking over here, but the questions are on my trusty dusty laptop. So yeah. Okay. So the first question is, what is your middle name? And my middle name is Nicole. My first name is Sarah, and my mom named me after my grandma Sarah, but she didn't choose her middle name, which was Francis, for me. Actually, that will be my daughter's name if I have one in the future for her middle name. But my middle name is Nicole, and my mom named me Sarah Nicole with the intentions of calling me Nikki throughout my lifetime, but that didn't happen. I ended up being more of a Sarah anyways, which is okay with me because I knew some Nickies growing up, and I'm kind of glad that my mom didn't name me that. But anyways, she got it from Nikki from Young and Restless. Young and Restless, it's a soap opera that my mom loved while she was like in her younger adult life, I guess. And so yeah, that's why she named me that. Number 2, share your favorite subject in high school. My favorite subject was art, and I know that's cliche, but I loved art. It was like a way for me to express myself, and when I became an adult, it was obviously what I turned into my profession. So you know, now I just do art on makeup, hair, and nails. But I was also into art shows when I was a teenager, and so that was like a big deal to my mom, and besides me graduating, of course, and that was very special. So and also she was the only teacher that was like super sad when I left junior year. I left public school. She was like the only one that wanted me to stay super bad because my other teachers thought I was just a little shit. So yeah, I was a really rambunctious teenager, like a little rebel, little don't give a fuck about anyone or anything, because I was just trying to, well, not give a fuck about anyone, but I mean like parentally wise, I didn't care like what anyone thought. I just did me because I was trying to escape like my home life and the things that happened to me as a child. So I was really rebellious, but I'm nothing like I was as a teenager. I'm not even like a smidgen of the person I was as a teenager. That was just the person I was because I wanted to, you know, to zone out from all of the stuff I had going on at home and stuff, which I'll probably get to in a minute because it says rate your child. But anyways, question 3 is, what is your favorite drink? And I have 3 favorites, so I'll name them, and like one's caffeinated, one's sweet, and one's like my everyday love, besides water, of course, because I love to drink water. But my favorite caffeinated drink, which is a coffee, is iced mocha coffee, like kind of bitter, but I like, that's what I loved as I became like a mom. Like I love iced coffee, and especially mocha. Then iced tea or sweet tea. So like I love things that are very cold. Like I don't like hot drinks really. I don't really drink like cappuccinos or hot chocolate or anything. I really love super cold drinks, and Sprite is like my everyday favorite for my stomach. It makes it feel better on ice, of course. What is your favorite song at the moment, which is number 4? And it's kind of funny, like I don't really listen to like the trendy music. I kind of have like my own genre that I'm like set in now as an adult, and I love like late 90s, early 2000s because that's what I listened to a lot of when I was like a teenager. And yeah, so like I have a channel on Pandora that's like my favorite channel. But I also love Avenged Sevenfold. I'll just say that because like that's my all-time favorite like band in life. I've loved them since I was 12 years old. My son even knows like most of their songs, which is pretty badass. But yeah, so I'll just say Avenged Sevenfold. If you guys don't know who that is, look it up. They're kind of like rock, like a rock band, but not like old school rock, more of like, I don't know, I feel like they're their own thing. It's like an alternative band kind of. Number 5, what would you or have you named your children? Okay, so I have 2 sons already, and before I had my children, before my husband and I even thought of them, they already had their names. And so now I have 2 of the 3 completed names that I've chosen for my children. But I always had wanted 2 boys and a girl. And actually when I had Leo, I kind of wanted a girl because I just wanted to be done. But I had already put it into the rafters that I wanted 2 boys and a girl. So God was like, you know what, you're going to get what you wanted, bitch. So that's what happened. So my first son's name is Dayton Augustine. His middle name is after his father's middle name. He was named after St. Augustine. So Dayton got that. I thought it was super unique and I loved it. And then Dayton is Robbie's, who is my husband, cousin that he, you know, really, really loves and like actually saved his life in 2011. Dayton was born in 2013. I conceived him in 2012. So it was kind of like close to home, you know, and close to our heart, having it Dayton Augustine. And Dayton was named after old school rims, which Robbie loves cars. Cars is like a family thing for us. And Dayton has definitely suited his name perfectly. He loves cars. So Dayton Augustine. And then when I was going to have Leo, my mom told me she wanted me to name my daughter after her. Her name is Gladys. No, I'm sorry. We have to come to an agreement on this. So I figured I would name my son, if I had another one, Leo, after lions. And my mom is also a Leo. So it worked out perfectly. And then his middle name is Constantine. So it kind of flowed because Augustine, Constantine, and Leo's name is short. So like Constantine is longer than Augustine. So it kind of like meshes. They're similar in like letters, I guess, because it's kind of long. But like, so they're St. Augustine, St. Constantine. And then when I have my daughter, so I hope I have my daughter because I don't got any more boy names chose. Her name originally was going to be Eva Francis Martinez. And I don't care to disclose my last name or my husband's last name because there's a million Martinez in this world. Like, I'm not worried about someone coming find me. Like, try, please, because Martinez's are literally everywhere. Most people I know have that last name. But anyways, Eva, I love that name, and it's kind of like not biblical. I used to like Eve, but I thought Eva was prettier. And Francis is where it's very, very like sentimental, because my grandma, who passed away, that I was named after, she was passed away 8 months after I was born. Her middle name was Francis. My dad's middle name was Francis. He's passed away. And my mom's name was Francis, and she's passed away. And then we changed Eva's name to Eva Rose Francis Martinez because Robbie's mom passed away in 2014. Her name was Rogelia, and everyone called her Rose. Like most people called her Rose for her nickname, you know. So Eva Rose would be her first name, Francis her middle name. And so they're all like saints, very Catholic kind of. And I love that, you know, for my kids. I thought they're just very meaningful to me. All of their names are very like meaningful and thought out. So yeah, I hope I get my daughter, because I cannot go throughout this lifetime without meeting her and seeing what she looks like, since we already know what some of our boys would look like. Okay, number 6, have you participated in any sports? Not really, but when I was a child, I was a cheerleader. I feel like we all go through that, no? Okay. What is your favorite book? I don't have a favorite book, really. I do have a favorite author. I like Ellen Hopkins. I don't read too much as an adult. I don't have a lot of time for it. But if I was going to choose a book, I'd probably choose one by her. She's the one I'm sure most of you know. She wrote Crank. And as a teenager, I think a lot of people read that book. I read that book. I read the whole series that went along with Crank. I think it was Glass and then one more. But obviously they're drug-related books. They're very good stories, though. But as an adult, if I was going to choose a book to read, I would choose one by her. But it would probably be more about like that childhood, a story of strength, something like that. But yeah, Ellen Hopkins would be someone I would choose. Number 8, what is your favorite color? I love pink in general. Like, I love pink on everything. Obviously, like, pink is a very girly color, but, like, I love it. Like, my car has a lot of pink on it. Like, everything, if I could have it pink, I'd like. But I don't like to wear it. So, like, if I'm going to use favorite colors, like, I do like white, black, and red, like, to wear. So, every day that's kind of meshed into my life. But pink on, like, things. And then also I love, like, prints. So, I love cheetah print. And I like lace and leather, faux leather, black. Yeah. So those are kind of something like, I don't know, favorite colors, but like prints too. I don't know. What is your favorite animal? I don't have a favorite animal. I love anything that's fluffy and lovable and cute. Yeah. I could not choose a favorite. I love animals. What is your favorite perfume? I love Juicy Couture perfumes. My favorite is the one, I forget the name. It's definitely, I think it's a part of the Viva La something. I don't know if it's Viva La Noir or something like that. But it's the hot pink bottle with the black bow. But I also love Viva La Juicy. I think that's a classic. My mom actually gets me one gift for Christmas every year, and she always gets me like the newest Juicy Couture perfume. And if I don't like the newest one, she'll get me the Viva La Juicy over again, because I usually go through it in a year. And she gets me the big one, so like it takes me a year to go through it, and then by Christmas I always need another, so it works out perfectly. But yeah, Viva La Juicy perfume by Juicy Couture. What is your favorite holiday? I know I've already said this, and I probably always say this when holiday stuff comes around, but I love like every holiday. If I had to choose one, and only could have one, I would choose Halloween though, because when Halloween comes around, it's just super fun. I love that my kids get to be a part of this now. I always do my husband's makeup, my son's makeup, and now I have another baby to like do fun things too. But I do love Halloween a lot. And this year we're actually gonna do the Wizard of Oz, and Leo's gonna be the lion. Dayton's gonna be the Tin Man. My husband, he has super long hair and it's curly. He's gonna be the Scarecrow, and I'm gonna be, oh my god, what is her name? Oh my god, the blue and white checkered dress. I can't believe I forgot her name. Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot her name. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. The Wizard of Oz. That's what we're doing. Our whole little group is gonna be that. And I have to make most of the costumes for that, except for or like group together. It's gonna be like homemade. Like we're gonna go pick them out from thrift stores. And except Leo's, I'll probably just buy the lion costume. But I'm very excited for that. We love to like go all out on Halloween. But I do love Christmas, Valentine's Day, 4th of July, Easter, because I love like color themes. But like I said, if I had to choose, it would be Halloween. Next is 12. On a scale 1 to 10, rate your childhood. And I'm going to say a solid 5. And this is because a lot of my childhood was pretty terrible and horrible and awful, and I'll probably get more into that when I get more comfortable with my channel and like people really give a fuck about what I have to say or what happened to me in my past. I'll probably do like story times about that. But right now I'm probably not in the position to be comfortable with like sharing that with the world yet. But I would say 5, because also I try to see the positive in everything, and I am a survivor of my childhood. And so I definitely always try to look at the positives and see the good in what I had as a child. So 5, because it was equally good as it was equally bad, I guess. 13, have you ever been on the country? No. 14, do you speak any different language? No, but I wish I spoke Spanish. I took it in high school, but the teacher literally was her first year, and she got fired the year after she taught us because she gave everyone A's and no one knew anything. Like, I'm not kidding. It was the class you just went to hang out. Like, I learned more Spanish from my husband, who isn't fluent in it, but he grew up around it because he's Mexican. But his generation, like, wasn't taught it fluently. So he knows some of it. So I know some a little bit. Like, he knows more than I do, but he helps me. But yeah, I wish I knew it, because it's, you know, if my kids want to learn, they're going to have to, you know, I'm going to have to put them in something to learn it, and then hopefully I can learn it too. But, it's, you know what's funny? My mom's best friend, which is like an aunt to me, she literally learned how to speak Spanish from telenovelas. Like, literally learned, because her husband was Mexican and he wouldn't teach her. So she was like, you know what, I'm going to learn it on my own. And she did, like, straight from watching like Mexican soap operas that speak Spanish, telenovelas. I don't know if you heard of that, but yeah, she learned all of her. She's fluent. The woman could speak, and she's like white. It's so funny. Okay, do you have any siblings? Yes, I have a sister. She was 17 when I was born, so there's like large age group between us. But as adults, we are very, very close. Obviously, we were so far apart that as I was born, she became an adult. So we lived a lot of our lives apart. But since we're both adults now and she's like in her 40s, we are very close. Like, I love my sister. I'm super proud of her. I'm glad she's in my life and my kids' life. And I love her to death. I really do. Number 16, what is your favorite store? If I had to pick one and I could only go to one for the rest of my life, I would choose Target. Love Target. They have everything. Clothes, makeup, kids' toys, kids' clothes, food, things to buy for the kitchen, necessities. But, like, if I had to choose an outside store that, like, was just for fun, because I don't get to go shopping for myself that often, you know, because I have kids, I would choose, like, Hot Topic or, like, Victoria's Secret or something like that. Oh, I love the 99-cent store too. I don't know. I love good deals. Like, oh, good deals like make me feel amazing. I love good deals. Like, I feel good when I get a good deal. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting lost here. Where are we at? Okay, number 17, what is your favorite restaurant? My husband and I always go to Soup Plantation for our anniversaries. So I would say that's my favorite. Like, I love to eat there. I love to get to choose what I'm eating and have, like, an unlimited option for whatever I'm feeling that day. But I also like Chili's, but I would have to say hands down Soup Plantation. Do you like school? If you're talking about, like, normal school, like K through 12, I did love school, but not for its intended purposes. Like, I love to go to hang out with people, like, to talk, to get away from, like, my home life. Like, I loved school for that reason. And then when I went to beauty school, I loved it for the art sake of it, you know. Like, not always the girls were that great, but when it's a place with a lot of girls, you know, there's always gonna be issues, I guess. I don't know. But I loved it for the art part, and I loved, you know, K through 12 for not for its intended purposes to learn. I do love to learn, don't get me wrong, but, like, I went there to get out what was going on inside, you know, and that's what I loved school for, because, like I said before, I was a very rebellious kid, and I just didn't give a fuck about a lot of things, and I just, you know, needed an outlet, and school was that outlet for me to get away, and I'm sure it is for a lot of people. Okay, next, 19, who are some of your favorite YouTubers? If I had to choose, because, like, obviously, I like YouTube. That's why I have a YouTube channel. Sorry for the extra noise. I live in an apartment complex. You know, other people live here. Sorry. The first person I ever watched really back in 2011, I think it was Jenna Marbles. And I think I was 19 at the time. 19, 20. And I think it was Jenna Marbles, I think so. Or was it 09? I don't know, okay, something around there. But, like, Jenna Marbles. And I liked her old stuff. So I liked the stuff that she was doing when she had, like, the Spider-Man picture in the background. She had her ex-boyfriend. Not that I'm bashing Julian. I love Julian. I love her videos now with Julian. But, like, her newer stuff isn't, like, my cup of tea. I really loved that moment in her life when she was making those videos. And she would, like, dress up like a dude. And it was, like, really good. Yeah, so I think, like, Jenna Marbles is definitely one of my favorites. Just because back then I always would watch her videos every Wednesday. And I think now, like, for an everyday person I love to watch, I love Shannon Rose. Because of her positivity, she always has really good content, and I just love the person she is inside. She's gone through a lot, just like I have. I've never been a porn star, but the fact that she can look back on her past and not regret anything and just see the goodness in everything she done. I mean, she's a badass bitch. Like, go girl. Like, I love Shannon Rose. She's awesome. Shout out to Shannon Rose if she ever watches this. Probably not, but yeah. So I guess that's 2. What is your favorite movie? I can't put my favorite movie into one. I'm gonna say like 5 of them, but obviously I love The Bride of Chucky, so all of the Child's Play I really love. I've been watching, I watched the first Child's Play when I was 8 years old, and I've seen all of them, and I, like, have them all on DVD. Multiple times I've bought in their box sets. I have a lot of, like, memorabilia from that. I love Bride of Chucky. Obviously, I have her name tattooed. I have her name tattooed. I have this. I have a Monroe. Like, I love The Bride of Chucky a lot. I don't know. I love The Bride of Chucky. I love that kind of horror comedy. And then, my husband and I love the Paranormal Activity series. We watched all of those when they came out. Loved finding all the secrets in them. The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville. Love that movie. Like, I wish I could have been in that movie. Like, I wish I could have met everyone who made that movie. I really love it. It makes me happy every time it comes on. I just truly, truly enjoy that. And then two more. I love John Travolta. He's one of my favorite actors ever. And so I love Grease, and I love Pulp Fiction. It's a cult classic. Love it. I've loved it since I was a teenager. Loved Grease since I was 5. Like, literally, I have like that daddy complex where like John Travolta reminds me of my father. My father passed away when I was 12, so I always loved him a lot, you know? He looks a lot like my dad. Alright, anyways. What are some of your favorite TV shows? I have a lot. So in one, for sure, like on cable, I love reality television. So I like to watch Teen Mom, The Kardashians, Bad Girls Club, Are You the One? And then for like my normal TV series, I loved Charmed since I was literally like in 2nd grade. So Charmed, like the one with the witches. My husband and I watched every season of Sons of Anarchy every year that it came out. Breaking Bad, Dexter, love Dexter. Love, like I said, what's Homer, Sarah? The horror comedy, love that. And I mean, I hated the ending of that series. I really did. Hated it. But I love Dexter. And Weeds was a good one for my husband and I. We really enjoyed that one together. And Orange is the New Black, obviously. Yeah. Oh, Desperate Housewives. I saw every episode of all the ones I just named. I've seen every episode of. But I love Desperate Housewives. I started watching that, I think, when I was a sophomore in high school. But I watched, like, all of them on the internet. Like, I kept watching them, and I watched the whole season through. Or all the seasons through before Netflix was a thing. I don't even think that Netflix was even close to being invented at that point. But, okay. PC or Mac? And I don't know how to answer this question. Is my laptop a PC? I don't know. Don't ask me anything about internet stuff or like, I don't know. Like, I don't know anything about electronic stuff. Like, I know that it turns on and I know that I can search the internet with it. I don't know a lot about like electronical shit. So don't ask me. Anyways, 23. What phone do you have? I just got a new phone. It's the LG G5 and I love it. I have always had Samsung phones since like as smartphones. Before that, obviously, I had, like, a Razor and Sidekicks. I had, like, 3 different Sidekicks when I was a teenager. It was, like, anyone from my age group probably did. Like, they were, like, the shit at the time. And so were the pink Razors. At least I loved my pink Razor. It was, like, my first cell phone I ever had was a pink Razor. And I had Samsung. So this is my first LG, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I love the camera quality and the picture quality. For me, that's all I look for in a phone because my pictures are everything to me. I literally have already maxed out the camera space on it and I've had it for a month. So yeah, love that. Love this phone. LG G5, I recommend it. Sorry for this. The city. And not a big city. I live in a small city, but still, you hear sirens and helicopters and trains around here. How tall are you? I'm 5'0", like 5 nothing. I'm a short little shit. My father was 5'2". He had to stand on, like, when he would take pictures with my mom as a family, he would have to stand on something to be taller than her because she was 5'4". But he's full Mexican, so, I mean, that's kind of where I get it from, like, the shortness. But yeah, I'm a short little shit. I've been grown since I was 14 years old. The last question, do you have any pets? And 3 days ago, if I had answered this question, I would have said I had a fat, huge goldfish that I got at the fair a year ago that literally is a piranha and eats other fish. I don't even know. He was this big when we got him, and he's like literally like this huge now. He's humongous. Huge. And if you want to see a video on him, I will totally make one. Like, leave comments below. He's a crazy ass fish. I can't even with this fish. Like, he causes so much drama. I didn't think I would ever get another animal. And then 2 days ago, 1 day ago, yesterday, I got, sorry, my husband's calling me. This is the last question though, so I'm almost done. We just got a kitty. His name's Cruz. And I'll insert a video at the end of him. He's super cute. He was for my son. My son fell in love with a friend's kitten. And so we told him we would get him one, and on spur of the moment, we went to the Humane Society and adopted him. And he's amazing, and my son loves him to death, and he's just a great member of the family. I'm surrounded by boys here. I got a husband and 2 boys, and now a little man kitty that's neutered. But yeah, we're so in love with him, and I will put a video of him. If you have any questions about him or how to adopt or where to adopt in your city, just let me know. It was a very awesome, fast, fun process, and I don't regret it at all. It was such a spur-of-the-moment thing, but my son is beyond happy now. He has a little friend forever, you know, that he will grow up with, and Leo will never know a life without Cruz. And he came with a name already, and like, we all love cars, and he just fits so perfectly into that. It's just my heart. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for me, you guys. I gotta get in there to my kids. Okay, love you guys. Bye. There, this is Mr. Cruz, our new kitty cat. He's so little and cute and playful. And he's dating. Yeah. Cruz, hi, baby. He's my 3rd little boy, and I got 2 babies. Little spur of the moment baby. He's so perfect. Yeah, we love him. He's so good with the boys, too. Yeah. I highly recommend adopting from the Humane Society in your town, because it's just a great way to adopt. And honestly, you get a really good deal because they get all their shots and they're spayed, and you know that. And also they're fleed. It's just a good experience all around. We're very, very happy with our new addition. Huh. Yeah. He really, really loves my husband, Robbie. I think that, like, the male in the house always ends up being, like, the pack leader. So they really get along super well, which is good for me, because then he's not really, like, I can just focus on Leo. He doesn't really, like, come to me too much. He really just loves Rob and Dean, which is what I wanted. Okay, well, we're going to say goodbye to Cruz. Bye, Cruz. Bye, sweetie. Bye. Okay, bye, guys.